I respect you. That's what I should say. I respect you. So what I'm saying, I say it respectfully. But I think that the points that you're making are more come from a more feminine point of view when we speak like that versus a masculine point of view. And that's what I was trying to say, that I definitely respect you and you seem like a man who is pretty cool. But I think that that is more of a I just think that I don't agree. I think that the
Well, let
sperm
me ask you a
chases
question
the
here.
egg, and that's how it should be.
We were
Okay.
just told that a man taking a woman on a coffee date on the first date is unacceptable. A woman should not take a first date for coffee.
Absolutely not. You could. Well, so what? I will ask, what type of date do they supposed to have?
I would say a more thoughtful date, something with just, it could even be, I'll even give you this. Let's say you were going to spend $20 on the coffee date. Let's just give you that price range. I'll let you keep the price range, but just give me something a little bit more thoughtful, regardless of the woman. I mean, well, I can't say regardless of the woman, you're the man, right? So that's not my position to tell you what you deem that woman worthy of. But I would say this. If it's a woman that you deem worthy of wanting to get to know, or that she's attractive or relationship worthy, I think that anything that has a bit more thought put back into it would be a better option than a coffee date, unless you're at a Barnes and Noble and it's next door and you just want to grab a quick drink.
I completely understand that because that's what type of guy I am. Like, I'll be having more thoughtful dates, but it don't cost that much. Like, for an example, I took the girl that I had on my show not too long ago. We went to the lake and I rented a boat and we got food, we got drinks. I had bought like a little speaker, like a porter, them little speakers. We listened to some little music. We got in. We was on there for. I had rented for like 2 hours, but we was up there having a good time. We had the best experience that she never experienced in the middle of Lake Michigan, or like even like having a picnic, or just walking around, just taking a long walks. That could be a date. Like, you don't have to spend no money. Y'all could just
I don't
get
know
y'all
about
a
a
couple.
walk. I got a little pushback on that, but I agree. I think that a walk can be a date. What they were saying first date. I wanted to just put that out there. First date.
First date.
Well, my first date was because you want to sit down and get to know. You want to first sit down and get to know the woman and stuff like that. But what I would like to do on my first dates to leave a good impression, right? And typically, because we could sit down all day and talk put out a bunch of bull crap that we just putting our best foot forward. I would say do something that's that engaged activities, because I believe when you actually having fun with the person, it makes it leaves a very impactful first impression. Just have fun. It could be lighthearted and stuff like that. Then after that, we can find a date or whatever to talk about getting to know each other. But I like to get to know people when they active in action.
Yeah.
I think we gotta put some strong parameters on this. And we said before you came up, Jay Prince, that a woman, if she likes this guy, he checks off most, if not all, her boxes, he will she will go with him to go clean up a pig pen if she like him. You see what I'm saying? Let alone a coffee date. And I think that's something we can't ignore. You know how we talked about Jada's power over Will? Men got power too. And if that woman likes that man, they can do whatever they want. I'll assure you.
See, the thing is, this is my thing with men too, though. We got to stop giving women that much power. I don't know who taught us that we have to chase the woman. To me, it just seems like that's not right. The reason why I say that's not accurate, because men are how can I put this? Men, we supposed to be I'm gonna say millionaire, or put like this: we are the company, and they are the employees looking for a company. So we got all of this stuff. I have never seen jobs goes out there and search and look for workers. Usually the workers come to them, and with that job, you give them a list of stuff that what you all about. It's up to her if she want to work here or not. That's the same thing with relationships. Hey y'all, that's the same thing in relationships. I think we loses our power when we chase after women, because now you give her the opportunity to say yes or no. And then if you're giving her the power, you're going to always be chasing after her somewhat approval. Everything about yourself as a real man, it goes out the window when you have to go after her. That means she's in control. I really think to validate our manhood, not so much validated, but I think just men in general, women should bow down to the man. Because for one, men got way more to offer than a woman. That's why you ask this woman, I can ask this woman, what outside of sex and babies, what does she have to offer? She will probably get offended before she answered the question. Or she might list a number, she might name a lot of stuff that I could do for myself. Men could provide more resources, as far as like, it don't have to be financial resources. Strength is a resource. Protection is a resource. All kind of resources that men offers that women just do not. She more of a helpmate. So if women is listed to be a helpmeet, that's no different from an employer. They looking for helpers, and I don't see employers going around here begging for people to come at their company.
Crystal, so what do you bring to the table besides, what Mr. J. Prince just said, outside the bedroom or giving babies, that he can't do for himself?
I think that's a lack of experiencing a real woman for most men when they are when they have that dilemma of not really understanding what a woman brings. And I think, unfortunately, we are in a climate to where men are feeling like, dang, what do she bring? Is it just babies and sex? Because I'm not understanding. And I think that is where we are so far removed from our original purpose as women and our original purpose as men. Women bring a lot. I think one of the main things that women bring is, like I said earlier, when I opened up to my energy, is divine femininity. And I believe women have a bit of alchemy that they naturally bring to a man's life. Whenever a man finds the woman that he's meant to be with, his life should get nothing but better and multiply. A man, when he has a woman that is a real woman who loves him, he will notice that his life doesn't only grow when it comes to reproducing his legacy and leaving his imprint on this earth, which I don't know, you said don't bring up babies, but also his financial resources. Women are very inspirational. A good woman will also put you in a position to inspire you to be the best version of yourself. She will elevate you and put you in a position to heal. Even women a lot of the times are more introspective than men, so we can sometimes have a emotional or a sensitive quality to ourselves, to where we can see things that I think sometimes men don't get to see based off, unfortunately, the conditions that they were raised in. I don't want to be too long-winded, but we know that unfortunately a lot of our brothers never had the space to heal. A lot of our brothers were brought up in single parent households. A lot of our brothers never had a father to really teach them certain qualities that they needed. I don't think our brothers really got a chance to really understand themselves. And I think that even the mothers sometimes where they were so broken and hurt that they didn't either. So I feel like a good woman brings that ability to make you feel whole. I think a woman is also she just really brings a piece of peace into your life. And I also have to disagree. Men are naturally the pursuers. I don't think it's chasing. I think a woman who makes you chase her, I think that's just a bit I don't like that. I think that whenever you're in a position of having to chase after something, you're gonna get tired, but a man should definitely pursue. Women should have a level of mystery about them, and I think it just keeps the man curious, and I think it just keeps him kind of turned on with the woman. But yeah, women offer so much to a man's life. I mean, you find me a great man who doesn't have a wife, I don't know a lot. Every great man that I know always had a wife, and I think it's with good reason. A lot of men feel completely incomplete without that other partner. Men need women and women need men. It's not a one side, it's not just a one-sided thing. So you can pay somebody to cook, you can pay somebody to do laundry, but you cannot pay for peace. You cannot pay for completion that women bring. So yes, a lot that I think women bring along with healing. A man, if he has a wife, of course the man lives longer. Men, y'all eat fast food and farting and doing all kinds of nasty shit that ain't putting you in a position to live longer and take care of yourself. A woman is also a healer.
All right, but so are you insinuating that women cook 7 days a week and they that women are healthy? They eat, I would say they eat out more than men.
What I am saying is that unfortunately in this day and age, yes, would I be lying if I said that a lot of our sisters don't have a problem with not embodying a lot of the qualities that we should naturally have? Women are supposed to be the cooks. Women are supposed to be, and not like cooks like she in the kitchen 7 days a week. Hell no, I ain't cooking 7 days a week. But
at least four. At least four.
Yeah, at least 4. Yeah, like come on, it's modern times. Like
here's my thing with that. Although I'm not taking nothing away from that, but we don't have to go seek after that, because when you compare who brings, I hate to do this, who brings more value, and I believe the men, like again, I compare men to be, because when y'all what women expect for a man to be wealthy with resources, all types of resources, not just financial resources, but when you think of an employer again, I would rather give that woman the opportunity to see if this employer is a good fit for her. So if she walk into this job, I'm gonna let her know, okay, this is what you're gonna get, and it's up to her. I always rather for the woman to do the choosing than me choosing the woman, because sometimes the woman could get with a man that she really didn't want to be with. So how can I put this? It would be crazy for a billionaire or a billionaire. Let's say Kanye see you walking down the street. He got to approach you, give you the opportunity to basically say yes or no, like you got more power. Like I rather for the woman to come to me. I'm the boss.
But that's not natural law. Men insert the women.
I think our natural law been reversed.
You said, I'm sorry?
I think our natural way of doing things has been reversed, and whoever told us this, that men's supposed to do the hunting, we have to check their credibility of how that took place. And then when you think of chess, the women usually do the hunting. The woman got to protect the king. So when you think of stuff like that, I would rather for the woman to choose a facility that she want to be at than the facility going out there. Because when y'all say y'all expect for men to be making 6 figures and this and this and this and this, so men is risking a lot. So why should I throw all this stuff away to come approach you, who I'm not taking away of the value that the piece and stuff, but I could get all that stuff by myself. You're not bringing so much value that I can't receive on my own. But men could give you value that you're going to need a man to bring. Lifting up 80-pound bricks, 80-pound stuff, you can't do that on your own. So you're going to need that man. Being protected, you're going to need a man to do that. So it's up to the woman to go out there and find a man to protect her, find a man to resource her. Now y'all get your own resources, but you're going to need a man to provide all that. We typically don't need women outside of sex and babies. That's the typically. Now, when you think about nurturing, loving and peace, okay, that's all quality. That's all some good stuff. That's just some good stuff. But I don't think men should be the one to go seek after that. I think that it should be the woman approaching the man. The man is powerful. The man is masculine. When a woman approaches a man, it makes that man feel as though he's more masculine than a man dumbing down himself and got to think of all these creative ways to win a woman over. Who, like, why should I have to win you over? You should have to win me over. You should have to win the man over, because the man's supposed to have more to lose than you. You got more to gain. If I come in your life, you're gonna be gaining way more than if you come in. If I'm going out there searching for you, I'm really technically men start off losing when we go. We start off when you talking about the dates. The men got to come out their pocket. Who taught us this? So we start off losing, and one of this woman ain't worth 2 nickels. How many women that we got to go through, right? How many women we gonna have to go through, and how many losses we got to take to find this perfect queen? So I'd rather for with me, I'd rather for the woman.
But no woman is going to really. I think it's dangerous for women to approach men first off, because men, you know, natural things, some things, you know, I'm never one to really lean heavy on traditional, modern, because we live in a world to where everything doesn't necessarily fit into a perfect category as we would like it to. But certain things are just not going to change. Like women are always going to be pushing out the babies. Women are always going to do a bit more of the housework. Like it's just certain things that just are going to be, because that's just how it is based off nature. And one of those things, in my opinion, is that respectfully, men will we will always be in a better position if the man is pursuing the woman, just based off the simple fact that any situation I've ever seen where a woman is pursuing a man, it's masculine. One of the main qualities that men complain about so much of women. You know, it's one thing to give a man a compliment or be inviting if he you know, whatever, if he likes you. But when a woman starts pursuing a man, I think it just really becomes out of sync of how things should be. And I just always find that to be kind of tacky, and it doesn't work. So yeah, that's
Do you
my
believe
position.
that? Do you believe that because how you was taught, how we was? Because I really believe that we've been indoctrinated. So if a lot of us believe that we've been indoctrinated, what makes you think that aspects of life haven't been reversed or fed to us and completely wrong? We haven't challenged none of the stuff that was taught to us, because like when they brought up monogamy is not natural for women nor men. We both, like, you get everything about life you get tired of. If I give you your favorite food, your favorite dress, your favorite hairstyle, your favorite car, your favorite house, eventually you're gonna want some new stuff. But imagine if you had to live with that for the rest of your life. Eventually, or your favorite song. You hear your favorite song too much, it become irritating. Now imagine if I had to listen to this stuff it's your natural response to something have to repeat over and over and over and over again. So I'm constantly having same sex with the same woman. I'm still being with the same woman. Eventually, everything about her is going to get old. Then eventually we start resenting each other. Right. It's a human nature to resent a repetitive. Mm-hmm. So I don't think monogamy was man-made, and then implemented. They created diseases to enforce that monogamy, because monogamy in these new day and age marriages brings resources for them and benefits for them, and it brings control into people's lives.
Yeah, I think that I just have a difference of opinion. I think that we have challenged it, and I think that's why a lot of men don't like modern women, because they have challenged it. And I do think we are out of sync and out of order, and I think we're kind of turned on our head, and that's the problem. I think that it has been a lot of things that we need to question, but I think we are so confused at this point as Black men and Black women, we have forgotten some of the things that needed to stay in place. And so that's where I look at it as a difference. I think that one thing, you know, some things that are traditional, like, you know, we need some laws, right? You know, we do need the police. Okay. So police is crooked, and we do know a lot of the KKK went into the police after slavery, and, you know, but that doesn't mean all the police are bad and we just want people purging around this mug. So I do think that certain things need to stay in place. But unfortunately, I think that the point that I feel like you're making is that, and Jay, you seem like a very nice man, very masculine, but I think those are more.
I'm not nice at all.
Well, you seem like, well, not nice.
I'm the type of man. I be Jay Prince. Now I got a lot of good qualities by myself, and I accept that. But I got also a lot of negative side about myself that I also accept. I accept the balance. I live my life like I'm a battery. Everything that operates, you need a negative and a positive. So that's an thing. Like, so I appreciate the negative, because the negative side of me was build my character. The positive, just my prosperity, that bring me positive results. But the negative stuff, I don't use the word negative. The negative aspects of my life and the stuff that I've been through, it built my character, gave me wisdom. Without me going through negative stuff, I won't have the wisdom that I have. I probably won't have the character that I have. So I won't consider myself a nice guy.
And you know what? And that was a lack of my vocabulary. Maybe nice isn't the word that I should use, but you seem like I respect you. That's what I should say. I respect you. So what I'm saying, I say it respectfully. But I think that the points that you're making are more come from a more feminine point of view when we speak like that versus a masculine point of view. And that's what I was trying to say, that I definitely respect you and you seem like a man who is pretty cool. But I think that is more of a I just think that I don't agree. I think that the
Well, let me
sperm
ask you a
chases
question
the
then.
egg, and that's how it should be.